Hello, 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 hello. You might asking, why isn't there any paper? Why isn't there my pencil? Why isn't there... Well, I have some explaining to do. You see, the reason why I didn't do an opening video is because I don't want to show her damn milkers. And, well, I'm going to tell you, from now on, we're not going to buy characters like that. And I was glad that this one my mom didn't disapprove, because look at that, for her body. Well, actually, let's look at them from the back. Actually, they have the same body length, but this one's actually more appropriate, because with this, I can even see a tiny bit back here. So I knew how it felt to see all of her. Yeah. She actually looks pretty nice, though. From this angle, so I'm going to buy slope. Not a slope. I'm going to craft a Lego slope that will let me see her in this angle, because I don't think you can see it from here, but I only like this character because it's one of my favorite Hololive characters. Because I have Miko, and then I have this one. Hoshomarin? No, Hoshomarin is... No. She edges everything. Her latest music video's now gotten everyone's brains tired, and here's one of the later Hololive figures if you want to know. Yeah, I think they really gave me more for my buck. Look at how much bigger the other one is, and look at how much more detail we get on this. I think the detail, now that I see them side by side, I think the detail's equal, but size and value-wise, this is the GOAT. But the price I paid, $40, heck no! I would never pay $40 again. Not for a figure like this. So, for price, justified. And for getting to choose what figure, justified. So, remember kids, if you really want to overpay for a figure at a mall, only do it if you really want one right now, or if you're just going to the mall every once in a while. Because doing that on a weekly basis will drain out your wallet more than it needs to be if you were to just order it online. The only reason why I don't order stuff online is because I get tempted with more stuff suggested by me, and well, those suggestions lead to more purchases. So, shopping online has been seen to actually make you want to shop more, because there's more variable options. As of right now, the two girls and one guy. No, I'm not going to make that freaky joke. And if you want to know, here's a comparison of all three of the girls. It could be the gal group, or the girls group, on the girls group. I am of course a part of the girls group, girls group, the girls, like British girls, the girls group. Goals? Are you trying to say goals? No. You're saying goal. No, you're trying to say girls. It's goals. No offense, but if Japanese people were to not have a word for girl, it would just be gyaru or garu. So I don't think is possible in British language. That's because they don't exaggerate their words as much when it comes to R. Because they can say, I've been late. I've been lately. Like, a. They can do a, which doesn't exist, and instead it's replaced with re. Re-tori. And yeah, you see there's an R because L's don't exist either. Watch. If he can shoot from all the way there, I'm gonna just begin my drawing video. Okay. You know, I used to have this toy as a kid, and I really loved having Pirate Pig. And yeah, he was my favorite. I even made a drawing of him. I might actually make, in one of my concepts for the next volume, spoiler, I might make a pig volume, and this will definitely be in it. This is a Sigma toy. If I had this, if I had the launcher as a kid, this is now Sigma. You can't get me wrong. Like, look at this is just Sigma. As a kid, I see why I love Pirate Pig. I carried this guy everywhere. Like, look at him. There's no way you can't put hate on a Pirate Pig. He's just Sigma. Look at that guy. I had him as a kid, and he was my favorite. In fact, because of this guy, this is where the origins of Wolves vs. Cats began. Pirate Pig was the origins of how Wolves vs. Cats began, because Fire King and Ice Wolf were introduced after the story of Pirate Pig's reign. So, because of that, because of Pirate Pig, I now have been making concepts of my modern day characters from Wolves vs. Cats. Now, I will give it, the hands on Shirogane are actually bigger than the... Wait. Look at that, guys. You see that? Harabi! Why is bro's finger broken? Okay, I'm joking. I'm not complaining for the price. Maybe I did that. Yeah, look. Okay, her finger's now better. But... Oh, hey, Avi. Yeah, I think the literal way they make their fingers is like they just literally make doodle, like lines. Like this one looks more detailed for the hands. Oh, and the feet. The feet make a perfect itcher. I like this bunny suit one. I mean, she's cute with the onesie. This one, well, that's just her trying to be... This is her trying to be like, ada. She's like, ada. Yeah, that's why I don't like her showing off her milkers like she thinks she's ada. Well, I'm joking. Shirogane does not think like that. In fact, I've seen Shirogane's personality. Despite having such massive milkers, she does not use that to be sus. I mean, I see bro eating gyuniku, or gyuniku actually means beef. So I see bro eating like beef, like udon, tonkatsu udon, and ramen with beef in it, or gyunu ramen. Wait, not gyuniku ramen. So I think bro doesn't act sus, but bro, I don't know, Hololive. I don't know why you had to do that. Maybe if you made it like this, I would be okay, but damn, why do you have to give Shirogane such... They know what they're doing, because Hosho Marin is like, hold on, I'm gonna have this here from now on my desk. It's not getting a promotion, absolutely no. Wait, is it? Maybe? Yeah, it's not, because I'm gonna have to put this on my shelf right there. I'm gonna show you really quick before I begin drawing. See that shelf right there? That's where my Hololive stuff is. This is where I put my Hololive figures, so let me put her right here. See, this is where I put my Hololive stuff, and this is where I also put more of my boxes and my figures. I'm not planning to make a full-blown yacht collection that I can't even carry it all in my hands, because I already can't carry it all in my hands. That's not even including my Spy Family collection. So yeah, I do collect quite a lot of figures, but not too much. And yes, of course, a few times I have bought outside of the brand of Bandai Namco for obvious reasons, but I love to buy from Bandai because most of the time they guarantee quality. Anything from Bandai, except maybe the Lloyd Forger and the Your Forger ones I bought, were pretty decent quality. Now, I also trust Sega, but Sega doesn't have a good reputation, especially because they don't even have a console. But no offense, Bandai never had a console. Well, that's a lie. They maybe had a small console that wasn't popular outside of their country. Because, you know, we all get this from imported, actually. In fact, all these figures are just kind of imported to the US-ish. They're not made in the US. They're technically made in China. Yes, this is true. Because Sega makes theirs in Vietnam while they make theirs in China. And then they put it into their country and they sell it there. So then from there they have to import it. So it's not like you can get it. So it's all the way from Asia. So either you cross from West Eurasia, either you cross from West Eurasia to Portugal or Africa from South America, or you can go to the other side of the world and go into Siberia, Russia, and then go into there. Either way, it's still a long trip to get those figures imported. I mean, yes, maybe it might make a difference because the Sea of Japan or the South China Sea, of course, it might, by a few thousand miles or a few hundred miles, it might make a difference, but okay, let's just stop talking about imports. Come on. But it does take about a week, and, well, a week is if you're lucky and get super expedited shipping. A week is you're lucky. Because super expedited, if I paid, $60 for that Miko, I would have probably been very disappointed. Finish up. Okay. Let's get to the real deal, though, so... Oh my god. I forgot to delete that. I swear if This was just the editing, but I swear if my mom finds out about these images, she's gonna be like... She's gonna really get mad at me. I'm gonna speak from my heart. She's gonna be really mad at me. Of course, I'm not drawing that anymore, but... Guys, I don't know what to draw. You know, there's always something you can draw, man. You're India. No, I'm not drawing you, India. Punjab, I'm not drawing you, India. I'm drawing your mom. Okay, this is not a review about Shiro Gana Noeru, but... Well, unfortunately, she has a yacht, which... I'm aware she has a yacht as well. I can just feel it. Oh wait, you can press on the plastic? Oh, that's not good for people. You know, this actually, genuinely, the tape I did actually looks like an additional garment underneath or something, but it kind of doesn't catch up, or it kind of doesn't add up. It doesn't catch on because, you see, that kind of makes it, feel like it just magically is a cloth or something. That's what it is. This is not included. You're going to need tape, scissors, and paper to do this. So, GL if you want to do that, which I doubt. Ah, この曲覚えた。その曲からチェリーってゼリーこの代わりにB swarm. Okay, what I'm trying to say, I mean, obviously I can talk if I wanted to talk in Japanese, but I'm going to just translate what I said. So I'm basically saying I remember this song, and in this song, which would be こんな曲では or この曲では they say cherry, and then as in cherry and zeri, I kind of got the zeri because in jelly in Japanese is zeri. So instead of saying royal jelly and beast room, I just say royaru zeri because I think it's funny, but it's like royaru. But I say royaru like as in Yemen and like Yemen, like, you know, the country Yemen, you say Yemen, so I'm like royaru zeri. So that's why. So I do like royaru zeri. I like to say zeri because zeri is like jelly. Now, in one episode of seeing somebody playing Beastworm Roblox as the Japanese people, they got confused with gumi and gummy because gumi is like how to say gummy in Japanese, but then gummy is like how we say it because at the time on it didn't translate gummy, so the guy kind of got confused. He's like, nande gumi to gummy? Like, he's like, oh yeah, you the kata, like something like that. Anyway, well, I just wanted to say that. That song, Ziri, Royaru Ziri. Bro had one job and still failed. Bro, look, this is Shaq the Films. This is Shaq the Films comments. Bro had one job and still failed. My brain during exams. Yeah, actually, I don't. Did he survive? Yeah, of course. It only exploded his hand, idiot. He survived. Word. Never play with fire. Yeah. Always check twice before testing. Who the heck would do this? Yo! Yo, you got the Teto profile. I'm gonna sub to you. Good job having the Teto profile. I like the Mesmerizer profile. But, nah. This stuff that person had. Nah. How did that cringe short look like? Nah, this cringe short. Why? I don't even... Look, I don't even watch it. And how does that come up my feed? Nah, that's stupid K-pop crap. Nah, you best shut up, this stupid song. Cringe. Cringe as crap. Right, Shirogane no eru. Shirogane no eru. I need some portraits for, you know, the upcoming... For the upcoming... Oh, God. Oh, God! God! I'm taking portraits. You need... You don't. You don't. I'm literally doing this. Yeah. I'm gonna compare it to the OG. Yeah, this does look like her. Yeah. It does look like her, actually. Alright, I'm not unsatisfied. Oh, now I kind of understand the hairstyle. Oh, yeah. Alright, boys. Well, I'm not drawing that today. I just wanted that for the image. Will I? No. Well, I'm not going to push my limits and buy the Figma figure, and I'm going to just keep the Office style one. Anyways, the Office style one's cheaper. Like, the Figma one, price-wise, is like twice the amount of money you would pay. Alright. Hyakano? Nah. Yeah... You know what, guys? I'm gonna kind of cheat on you today because I took like 1 hour and it's already 20 minutes of doing nothing, so I'm really sorry. Well, you should only use that if you're actually, like, it's something really bad you did and you're actually sorry, so I'm sorry if I'm casually using that. I shouldn't. It's something that shouldn't be casually used. It's like you're saying, "Oh, I'm really, really, really sorry. Like, really sorry that I bumped into you. Like, please, please forgive me. Like, yurushite, yurushite, like, yurushite kudasai, like, yurushite kudasai, like, yurushite kudasai." Like with a louder voice, but if I try to say it loud, I'm gonna sound like a foreigner. So, yurushite kudasai. Like you're saying, like forgive me, please, and I'm like moshiwake gozaimasen. Like moshiwake gozaimasen. Like you're saying, like I'm really sorry. So I shouldn't use that saying like it's. Wow, this is literally gonna be a country flag. Do 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 do. Shut up, Dylan. When was the last time I made a drawing into a square? I don't even remember. I draw so freely now. Like, outside of the box, literally. This is where the saying, think outside of the box came from. Because you know why? Because, hey, Avi, the clickbaiter only thinks inside the box. Hey, Avi, he doesn't come up with anything original. He has to hire people to think outside of the box for him. Hey, Avi, all he knows is English. Hey, Avi, or hola, and that's it. He doesn't know anything else. Hey, Avi. Now, I know I don't speak Spanish. But at least I know, like, a decent amount of Japanese that I can actually translate quite a lot of things. And it's disappointing that the clickbaiter only knows English. Like, hey, Avi. Obviously he knows English because he has to be able to say, I need water, I need food, or like, give me this, give me that, I want this, I want that. Like, he needs English, obviously. That's why he had to learn it. Hey, Avi. But man, that's disappointing. He's not even bilingual. He dropped out of school and he doesn't even know how to read outside of the Latin alphabet. That's disappointing. Nanura kano. Nanura. Hold on. Nanura. Yeah, nanura kano. Hold on. I know only sometimes I use the translator just to get the meaning of new words. Nanura. So nanka and nanuraka. Nanuraka. Okay, nanka nanuraka. Yeah, nanuraka. Nanka nanuraka. Okay, it's kind of hard when I try to bring connections of it's kind of hard, so nanuraka. No, so it's like something, probably something. So tabun nanuraka no. Tabun nanuraka no is like probably something. So probably something, literally probably something. So yeah, that's disappointing. Hey, Avi, you don't even know anything outside of English. Hey, Avi. That clickbaiter has to pay translators from B-Swarm. Hey, Avi. Your bro has to go to the science fair and win quests to get a translator. Hey, Avi. That's what I'm saying. Disappointment. Because I know Japanese, I knew that Hyakkano Season 3 was coming out before any English person said so. And I actually get to know news more because of that. And I actually get a lot better stuff. Like, I don't have to wait for English dubs. I can just... The only reason why I'm not watching Spy Family right now is because I'm waiting for them to release all the episodes. And then I will watch it. Or I will wait for Season 3 of Hyakkano, but Hyakkano will take too long to make a new season, so I'm probably going to just get the trial and then watch Season 2 of Hyakkano together with the Spy Family from Season 2 to Season 3, because I kind of get the idea of Season 1 already. Nanuraka no, tabun nanuraka no, Probably none. Probably something. Yeah, literally. See, I know! I just didn't really understand the ra in the middle, but I know nanka is like something, literally. And like, dokoka is somewhere, so nanka is like something. Nanimo is nothing, like daremo is no one, and nanimo is nothing. So sometimes mo can be used like a negative form, kind of like nai, and then nanka is like something, or like something, like question version of it. Nanuraka. Yeah, Japanese isn't that hard if you put your brain to it. I mean, yes, it can be complicated due to the kanji, and at first hiragana and katakana can be hard, but as soon as you get the hang of that, because even I have trouble reading some kanji, and I have to even learn kanji myself, and it's not easy. In fact, it's easier to read it than to write it, because not every native Japanese person even can write all the kanji in existence. It's like we can't spell all the English words correctly. So, yeah. And yeah, the good effect is there's no stressed out sounds. The bad effect is you need to know pitch accent and kanji in order to read. Which I think if I only need to read and know pitch accent is much easier than having to stress out your verbs and be twisting your mind of how to spell stuff. Because at least when you type out the words, it gives you it. But then with English, it's harder because you have to spell it out correctly or almost correctly. Like Kyosan Shugi is not actually a hard word. I think the gi part is kind of hard to read because it has like pretty complicated, but in fact I'm gonna write it down for you right now. So add this, hold on, I kind of forgot what the sun part is. I need to learn, wait, I actually just remembered, hold on, I'm gonna see if I can do it by memory. I need to memorize how to write communism, capitalism, and socialism all in kanji. So kyo Sun. Wait, yes, I remember how to write the second kanji. See, I know how to read kanji a lot, and that's why if I have a chance to go to the country, I think... I mean, of course, I won't be 100% perfect with fluency, but of course, I will be able to read a lot of stuff, and that will help me. Doryokusha. Yeah, so nanra kano doryokusha. Yeah, if you get the K and the S together, it actually takes off the U and it becomes doryokusha, like kagakusha. But if it has a different pitch accent, you will keep the ku, like as in skeet, like skeet and skeet. Skeet and skeet, like moon and like, they kind of get rid of the su because u is like, that's why you see su or any sounds with u are used when like they want to only put a consonant. Doryokusha. Now, I can guess that translates to not contributor, but somebody who does effort. So, hold on. Somebody who does effort would just be way too long of a sentence. So, and of course, Kyosan Sugisha is Hushinsha, Shoshinsha. Shoshinsha is a very... Shoshinsha is a very useful word. It means like you're a beginner or a novice. Oh, 努力者, like you're. So in this case, it would translate to maybe probably a hard worker on something. So it would literally translate to like she's probably a hard worker on something, or probably a hard worker. Because sometimes nanka, nanuraka, you can just chop it off when translating stuff. When not, and for casual conversation, never chop it off and think of it as a word. When you're just translating, you can just chop off a few words. Doryokusha. Yeah, you know why that kind of confused me? Because majime, majime is like hard, like you're hard working, but then doryoku is like effort, but then doryokusha is a hard worker. Like that confuses me, but it kind of makes sense though, because some words like hataraku, hataraku is like to work, but then shigoto suru is also the work, but then shigoto is work, so then you're like hataraku, shigoto suru, shigoto, and you're like, which one, bro? Like, which one? And even that confuses me, but I think the way it works is one is exclusive as its own verb, and the other is like the assignment. So working as in like you're doing it in regular, you would use hataraku, but then hataraku would be used for when you're working, as in do. But if it's an activity, you use shigoto suru. So shigoto suru, you use that. Shigoto suru is what you do. So after this, I gotta finish my schoolwork, and I'm gonna have to do the Adopt Me build. Sorry, dude. Sorry, other platforms. I have to put my Adopt Me build first, because I've been edging it off right now. Oh, man. Shirogane. What are you looking at? Wow. She is a pretty nice lady. I don't know what to say about her. Nah, I don't like her milkers, though. Why don't they have to make them so big? It makes me question. Girls don't actually have milkers that size unless they get an implant, which damn hurts. And I'm not a girl, but I know it probably damn hurts, and it will eventually, it will ruin your health as soon as kind of like a pocket of something on the inside pops. Eventually it will pop in you, and you will have a lot of health problems. No thank you. I'm gonna just say this. You may be flat as a Minecraft world, but if you have not only a good personality and good knowledge, that's what really matters, because you'll make money. It may be hard-working money, but you will make money in the long run. And for any of you sussy bakas are thinking about that, think about it. You can make money in the long run if you work hard and study. Well, that kind of goes for me too, but I mean, I'm not really a sussy baka. Anyway, I'm sorry for holding you off on this because I went overboard, but Kyo-san should gi. Kyo-san shugi is written like this. And I'm wondering, why don't you just add an extra stroke? Well, it's written like this. So here's Kyo-san shugi. I wrote this by memory, so. And then if you're wondering, Shihon shugi, I don't know the first part, so Shihon. You wonder how I can perfectly write kanji? It's because of muscle memory. You may have to use more muscle memory than than how you speak, but it is better because, I mean, you may use the same word characters, but you also have to learn multiple ways of spelling stuff, and it kind of breaks the laws of spelling. Especially words like jalapeno that don't even come from English. Like, then you have to really put your brain to work because now you have to learn even more ways that aren't even spelled in English because it's in the same reading system. Why not just not change it? Because words like Tokyo or sushi and Tokyo, like those types of words like Tokyo and sushi, those words come from Japanese, and we just put it in our alphabet because, I mean, people can't read their alphabet. And vice versa, they do the other way around, or gyakuni, which means vice versa. I say vice versa. I don't like vice versa. It's a stupid saying. So gyakuni, the other way around. Yeah, the other way. Yeah, I think if people use the other way around, it would actually sound better. Like gyakuni, like gyakuni, like the other way around. They also make words like hanbaga, and they have to like put it in katakana and not in our words. But it's kind of ironic because they sometimes, for words like DVD or even sometimes for platform names like Google, they use our reading system, but we don't do it the other way around. So I don't know if I can even give that as an excuse. The only thing I can say is more people can read the Latin alphabet, 70% of the world can, rather than the rest of the 30% in the world that use different reading systems, like India. Even Vietnam doesn't use a different reading system. China, Korea, the Koreas, China, Russia. Technically, Russia's closer, so I'm not going to count it to them because it's similar. Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, Myanmar. Yeah, Myanmar. And I think Malaysian people. Malaysia. I'm trying to think. Indonesia does use Latin. No, Indonesia uses Latin. No. Yeah, well, there isn't very many countries that really have their own reading system. And if they did, they used to have script, but they just adopted the Latin alphabet. So yeah, pretty much, I can understand why this happens, because for most reading systems, it's not, the closest thing we have to a universal reading system is the alphabet we use. Literally, that's the most universal reading system ever. I mean, you will at least get 25% of the pronunciation right. Even in Africa. Oh yeah, I forgot. The Arabic countries have different reading system. Yeah, I forgot. All Arabic countries have different reading systems. So some countries in Africa have a different reading system. So. Alright, I'm sorry about the background. I'm going to just finish this up quickly, so for your satisfaction. I'm honestly doing this just to have a spot, because I just realized I ran out of ideas. Stupid me. It's probably going to be a cringe drawing, because I don't want to really take my time on this. Get straight to my schoolwork, and then do some stuff outside, and then get to my build. Ada. Lady. Oh my god. Oh, there's a speck on her. Yeah, I do see that mole on her left side of her bra. Left side of her milker at the very end. I don't want to show you myself shirtless because even though technically men can go shirtless, because it does happen very often, I'm not going to be, because for me, how I think it still isn't respectful. I mean, it's still not really respectful, because, I mean, I don't want to see a guy shirtless. Like, I know if it's like accident or you have to, it's fine. But if you're doing that on a daily basis, I don't want to see you shirtless. So I'm saying, even I, with gaining a little bit of weight, even I technically have some too. Like, if I compare myself to Karane, I'm definitely bigger in chest-wise. But that is bad for me, because that's a bad sign. For women, no, that's not bad. But for me, that's a bad sign, because I need to start losing the weight I'm kind of gaining. Because I don't want to be Queso, Kim Jong-un, the old version, Nikocado Avocado. I can go on with the list. I don't want to be any of those people with an overweight body, because an overweight body not only does ruin your appearance, but it also does have a lot of problems with it. So if it's like really necessary and you need to get a surgery, like you're so overweight like that, sorry to anybody that got insulted, please forgive me, but to anyone who's that, I think you should, because that, I mean, might cause some problems, but it's not going to be as bad if you're just trying to, purposely get a surgery that isn't necessary. Surgeries only should be when you need them, not when you want them, because it sucks to have a surgery on something you wanted, all because you wanted to just look more. I'm not going to say the word here. And yes, even in Japanese it's the same word, so even I try not to say those words because I don't like getting very weird. Trust me, that one time last week when I drew that girl with her milkers, I really had a conscience for that. And I'm like, oh heck no, why'd I do that, boy? Even though I had balls to think about it. I didn't have the balls to stop, but I had the balls to think about it. And yeah, a guy recently in my short said, I don't see the effing racist thing, and I had to explain him a whole thing. And I don't like him swearing on my channel, because we're not here to say curse words on my channel, but I can't help it, because that happens sometimes on people's channels. But maybe I should try to filter out racist comment. Not racist, but filter out swear word comments. It's my channel, I don't swear here. Lies! You have sweared at least once! Okay, well, anyways. So, Shirogane, I don't really like that they gave her a big size, but she doesn't act sus like Hosho Marin, which is why Hosho Marin got a little nerfed, because we all know what Marin would have done with that size. Damn. The probably would have been playing games with us and edging us to our most, and trying to not get us to bust. Okay, especially this month. I'm glad that my Twitter doesn't recommend me that, but if I was recommended that, I would have to, stop gooning for a whole month. No, I'm not a gooner. I'm not extreme with that. I'm sorry, but I don't try to do that. You realize that girls can also goon too. Not that I know that. I kind of know that from anime, and I know half of the stuff from anime is not true, but that is actually true, because even with medical doctors and medical people, they've proven it, and even with girls, it's been proven. That is one fact, but sometimes they over-exaggerate it in shows, but I'm not a woman, so I can't tell you that. My sis would not approve of this shitogane because of her milkers. Like, look. From the bottom point, you can dang see that this is a way too big. It literally feels like you stuffed 2 basketballs in your chest. And unfortunately, the part where babies get milk, it's literally the one. It's like literally the bigger it is, the more attractive. Like, damn, what has our minds been exposed to? What has my mind been exposed to? Like, damn, guys, I don't know how you're resistant to that, but I need to get balls and a consciousness, especially when I buy stuff. So this was like a one-time pass. I'm not going to be doing that again. So no more Mocha figures. I'm not giving you fan service. If I can, I will buy the flattest Minecraft figure ever, or one that's like the size of Kurokawa Kane. If I can, I can. If I can't, pass. Aripasu. Yeah, Aripasu and Royaru Zeri, Star Zeri. I'm gonna just name all the Beast Form stuff in Japanese. Blueberry, Ichigo, Gohobi. Gohobi in this case translates to treats, but it literally could mean like you're like rewarding someone or giving a like treat, as in like you're rewarding someone. But in this case, Gohobi it translates to like the literal treat food. And then Hachimitsu, Hachi, which apparently Hachi also means bee. I didn't know that until much later. And then Mushi, and the... Yeah, there's just way too much stuff to name. But Ari is like an ant, and Aripasu is the ant pass, so... And Daikubi, or Daiku, yeah. The Daikubi is the carpenter bee, or the Daiku Hachi. And the Kumahachi. Kumahachi is one of the bees. And the Korubato Gado, and the Korubato Gado, and the Bubble Mask, and the Mondobutsu, Mondo Beruto, and the Shiranai. But, well, at least I don't have to have this right after Milan. The convenience to have this on a Tuesday is crazy. I was expecting this thing to arrive. Like, I'm glad I got the pass, but I'm not getting the pass next time. If I had a strict bomb, I would have to throw that away or return it immediately. Only because I said I would cover it, which I'm not a liar. Proof here, I cover it. And also because I said I wouldn't do it again, which I'm not a liar on that, because I won't do it again. Yeah, this is kind of not worth you waiting 49 minutes for this, so... Sorry, not sorry, racist pieces. meido. And while I do this, I think I'm gonna look for the rest of my schoolwork and just get it done, Lana Ray, get it done, that's your right. Okay, that's not even the lyrics. It's like, the translation is like get like giri giri dance odore giri dance motto narase giri dance odore. So the first part's like get it dance get it no like near dance like nearly like as in like barely dance. That's literal translation, but I think the way we can translate to is like, no, not worried, but yeah, but giri literally means like nearly or barely. Like I nearly got hit by a car, or I barely got hit by a car. Like kuruma ni giri or and then the verb. Like I nearly pushed a car. Like kuruma o giri oshita. Like o giri oshita. Like that's how you would use the onomatopoeia to giri. So I think in this case it means the barely, but like the near like nearly dance, and then do your dance or do dance, like dance and then nearly dance. Sakebe. Okay, enough of the Nihongo words. I don't want to drain you out with too much information in Nihongo to make you want to burst out your brain, because even I learn a little too much words. I mean, I can learn up to, like, for my capacity, maybe 5 or 4 words at once. Before, I could only learn, like, one every, like, 2 days or something. But now I have a bigger capacity for words. Like, one of the recent ones, tanto is, like, when you're in charge of something, and then keizoku is the continuation. So basically, the continuation. And then tekito is the word for, like, a suitable, and then you put the other word you want for the item or thing or verb. I don't know. And then, of course, Kyosan Shugi, which is communism. Yeah, I never said this drawing was going to be goated. This is just my drawing to fill up the day. I will sign this, of course, on the side, because I'm not proud of it. DC, Shakono. Yeah, I even, like, showed it to my mom to see if she would approve how much I covered, and I think I did pretty well. Yeah, it's not a problem. I know how to do stuff, but I'm just telling you, this is the last time I'm going to ever cover up one of these, because I'm not buying any more Milker characters, or drawing anymore. I kind of miss my cousin, though. I liked when I taught him Kimi no koto ga dai suki no 100 nin no kanojo. Those were the days when I said, like, ara, kusuri-chan, ooki da ne. Like, ooki da ne. Like, ara, kimi no koto ga dai suki na 100 nin no kanojo. It's like, the fuck this guy saying? Nah, get me away from it. Well, my cousin had every right to say that to me. He had every right to say that to me. Because, yeah, I'd kind of be a little awkward if my cousin liked shokono. Especially for the kanojo that are, like, a little sus. And even the Smash or Pass joke of Karane being as flat as a Minecraft world. I don't know how my mom and my aunt didn't give 2 craps of me saying Minecraft flag. Like how? They care when I said Smash Pass, but they didn't care when I was talking how flat bro was. Nah, fell off. Withered rose emoji. Fell off. Okay, but for real, I need to get a conscience for that too. Here's a comparison of yesterday. I honestly hate the one I made today, but this is just to fill up our day, so it is what it is. I like the King Chol version, like King Chol as in like the... I already explained what King Chol means in my last video. It means nervous, so King Chol as in she's like nervous, like oh, like getting the shivers, like wow. Okay, I need to shut up. Alright, well, that's it for this video, and Mega Mayor out.